Assalamualaikum and Hi to Miss Bibianah and to all my fellow classmates. My name is Binti Adnan and I would like to share with you guys one of non-traditional issue in Southeast ASEAN, which is human trafficking.
One of the biggest problems facing Southeast Asia is human trafficking.
Every year, millions of people are affected by it.
Not only is it illegal, it is a crime against humanity.
Why are we allowing human trafficking to exist?
Human trafficking is one example of transnational crimes. Transnational crimes are those that are planned, carried out, or have an impact in more than one country. The transnational nature of these crimes set them apart from other crimes by posing unique challenges in identifying their origins, establishing preventive methods, and implementing appropriate education procedures. Transnational crimes can be grouped into three broad categories involving provision of illicit goods, which consists of trafficking, trafficking in stolen property, weapons trafficking, and counterfeiting. Next, the second group is illicit services, which consists commercial sex and human trafficking. Moreover, the third group is infiltration of business and government, which consists fraud, racketeering, money laundering, and corruption that affecting multiple countries. Human trafficking involves the use of force, deception, or coercion obtained to some type of sexual act or commercial sex. Every year, millions of men, women, and children are trafficked around the world, including ASEAN. It can occur in any community and victims can range in age, race, gender, or nationality. The trafficker may use violence, manipulation, or false promises about a well-paid job or romantic relationship to lure the victim into a human trafficking situation. Thus, language barriers, fears of their trafficking, and fears of law enforcement often make victims not seek for help. This is to make human trafficking a hidden crime, usually to lure the victims into employment or commercial sexual exploitation. These traffickers will use violence, deception, or coercion as they seek out for vulnerable people for a variety of reasons, such as psychological or emotional vulnerability, economic hardship, lack of social safety nets, natural disasters, or political instability. During 2012 until 2014 in ASEAN, more than 60% of the 7,800 identified victims were trafficked for sexual exploitation. Females are also victims of domestic service attitude and other forms of forced labor. In many cases, the women and children are from remote and impoverished communities, and forced marriages of young women and girls are rampant in the Mekong region of Cambodia, China, Myanmar, and Vietnam. Therefore, in order to fight human trafficking in ASEAN, there are two international agreements regarding human trafficking as a transnational crime, where the UN Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime and the Protocol to Prevent, Suppress, and Punish Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, also known as the Palermo Protocol. The Palermo Protocol divides the offense into three components, which are the act of recruitment, transportation, transfer, harboring, and receipt of persons, which mean the use of force and other forms of coercion, such as abduction and deception, and the purpose for prostitution, forced labor, and slavery, and the removal of organs. The core of the anti-trafficking regimes is protection of borders by controlling the flow of illegal migration. For example, Article 11 of the Palermo Protocol requires states to strengthen border controls to prevent and detect trafficking in persons and to enact legislation to prevent commercial carriers from being used for trafficking. Therefore, by protecting state security against human trafficking is also about helping them fight other associated crimes, including smuggling, prostitution, organ trafficking, and money laundering. Aside from these two international legal regimes, Southeast Asia in 2015 has adopted the ASEAN Convention Against Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children. Its goal is to raise awareness and build capacity to combat human smuggling, human trafficking, and transnational crime. To recapitulate, one of non-traditional issues in Southeast ASEAN, which is human trafficking, is a transnational crime that often occurs in ASEAN. Therefore, ASEAN countries have also met international agreements regarding human trafficking as a transnational crime to curb this problem from lingering. I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching.